Are you looking for a peaceful, affordable, and culturally rich retirement destination? Serbia might be just the place you're looking for. I recently did a poll in my YouTube channel, and the question I put out to my viewers and to the public was, what best describes your interest in moving to and living in Serbia? And I had 4 choices, and with 47% voting that they are considering Serbia for retirement. Second place was interest in Serbia, cultural and lifestyle, planning and relocating soon, and exploring business investment opportunities came in last. And if you're interested in me doing a certain video, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comments description of this video, or feel free to look at my posts that I put out on a weekly basis on this YouTube channel and vote for what you would like for me to do when it comes to videos. Now, diving into the video here, retirement here in Serbia is something that many of our clients are looking to do when they're inquiring about relocating to Serbia. Especially if they're looking to come in from outside, or once upon a time they left former Yugoslavia. They've built up a great pension in their current country and now are looking to relocate back to Serbia, but have kind of lost touch as to why and what has changed in Serbia. And there's a lot of things that have changed in Serbia for the better. And it's not once what it used to be when it was back in former Yugoslavia. The war has passed here in Serbia. It's been 20 some odd years since the war. The last war has been in Serbia. And so to me and a lot of our clients that are relocating to Serbia, they're seeing an uprise in people looking to move to Serbia. Some are going as far as saying that Serbia is going to be the next mix between Switzerland and Dubai. And you know what? You never know, because if you look at what Dubai was 40 years ago, it never was around. It wasn't a thing on the map. And now Dubai is a hot spot for business. Now, why are people looking to retire in Serbia? Well, one is the living costs that they have here in Serbia. So the rents here are substantially cheaper than what you have in a lot of the Western countries out there. If you're looking for something within Belgrade, Novi Sad, if you're going down to Niš, you're going to be looking at rents anywhere between 300 and 800 euros for a one-bedroom apartment. Now, again, don't quote me on these prices. It all depends on where you're looking to live in these cities. One of the other reasons retirees would love to live in one of these cities is simply because you do not require a car. We recently had a client that came here from California, and she was looking for something within the city limits, but realized what the prices are in the city centers. And I said to her, what is your reason for looking to buy in the city center? And she says, I don't want a car. And when I showed her how well the public transit system is here, she was like, well, I would not consider moving a little bit further outside of the city where it's a little bit cheaper and I can still get into the city center when the time arises, because it's not like I need to be in the city center all the time. I just want to get to the city center when I want to go and do some exploring. Now, one of the other reasons is that you have a lot of local markets and a lot of butchers around here that have a lot of fresh produce and meats when it comes to groceries, and they are also at affordable price, and they're real food, like I've mentioned in some of the other videos. The healthcare here. Now, the public healthcare is, I would say, on par with what you have now in Canada when it comes to public healthcare. Once upon a time, Canada's healthcare system was really, really good. However, over the years, it has substantially depreciated in what it has to offer and its wait times. You're going to wait for months and months to see a specialist in Canada. And if we're talking about the United States, if you don't have some sort of healthcare insurance, you're going to be paying tens of thousands of dollars for certain type of prescriptions, certain type of procedures, whatever it might be, especially when you are entering that age of retirement. You're going to want something that is close to a good hospital. Now, one of the beautiful things that Serbia does have to offer is great private healthcare options, and we're going to dive into that a little bit later into this video. But you know, as a person that's coming into Serbia, and you know, either looking for temporary residency or simply looking to come back after being gone for so many years, you typically don't want to go into long wait times, and you want to get things looked after sooner rather than later, especially in your retirement ages. And so public health care here is very affordable. Now, when you're retired, you don't have a job that you want to go to, or you don't have a job that you have to go to all the time. And so the lifestyle and quality of life is something that really is great here in this country. And you have what a lot of retirees are looking for is a peaceful, slow-paced living, and that is ideal for retirees. You have lots of parks, you have a lot of quiet areas, you can go out fishing, you can go out to a lot of spas, you can go out hiking all over Serbia, and if you're one of those outdoor enthusiasts, you have skiing and snowboarding areas. You have places that you can go boating if that's something that you're looking to do. You can go out to various festivals and experience the wonderful, you know, exhibits, lifestyles, traditions that Serbia has to offer. We also have rich culture here, and so especially this time of the year when I'm recording this video, we are entering into the holiday season, and so we're going to have a lot of festivals, we're going to have a lot of traditional cuisines, you're going to have a lot of markets that are decorated in a festive lifestyle, and you're going to have a lot of traditional music happening here as well. One of the things that we do have quite a bit of happening, I've noticed, in the online calendars is a lot of concerts happening with singers coming into these larger cities and performing and putting on a performance that, you know, some of the people that I saw when I was 13, 14 years old, you know, such as Ceca, we saw Dragana Mirkovic. There's so many of those old school singers that are now coming around in the festive season, knowing people are back at home with their loved ones and putting on these shows. And then, of course, you're going to have the nature that you can explore in Serbia. Like I just mentioned, you have the countryside, rivers, and mountains, of course. One thing to note, if you're going north of Belgrade, you're going to only have, when it comes to mountains, is Fruška Gora, which is closer to Novi Sad than it is Belgrade, but it's accessible both from Belgrade and Novi Sad. Then we're going to get into the healthcare for retirees, which is something of importance for retirees looking to move here. And Serbia, like I mentioned, has good public services when it comes to healthcare, but if you're looking for the latest and great technology, shortest wait times, you're going to be looking to go into the private healthcare system. They also have a lot of more English-speaking doctors available in these private healthcare systems rather than if you're going to go into a public healthcare, and you're going to be getting some of the best treatment that you can, especially if you are coming in as a retiree. Because one thing that I've spoken to some of the locals here is they said when you go to a public healthcare, you know, they don't get paid well, and so they treat you almost as a number, where if you're going to a private healthcare hospital or facility, you're going to get top-notch customer service, top-notch equipment that they have there, and that's simply because you are paying for them. However, I would also recommend, even though if you are coming in and looking to use private healthcare facilities, that you do get your own health insurance from Serbia, so that you are covered if you have something that happens, God forbid, that is not planned. Now, what are some residency options for retirees? And I've mentioned this before. Some of the basic ways that you can get residency here is simply by owning some property or opening up a business here in Serbia. If you're someone that's looking to open up something like a little side hustle, you might want to open up a entrepreneur business. But if you're looking to do something a little bit more ambitious in your later stages of life, you can always get into a corporation as well. And when it comes to residency, there is no restriction or to what type of property you can buy as well, as long as it's an actual building that's affixed onto the property. Land does not just simply qualify, and you can't just buy any sort of land in Serbia at that on that note as well. You also are going to have proof of income or your pension when it comes to becoming a retiree here in Serbia. Again, health insurance, and you're going to need to provide your local address of where you're staying. But your income and pension is going to be asked for because they want to know how are you going to maintain yourself while you're here in Serbia. You don't necessarily need to have a bank account here in Serbia with money in it. You can just simply show a bank account from your homeland with money in it and money consistently getting deposited, and that would suffice for that as well. Now, this is all subject to change with rules and regulations, but that's currently how it stands. And then you just can apply for your permanent residency after a few years, and that's something that we can help you with here at Relocation Serbia. Is not only get your temporary residency, help you with establishing a business or purchasing property, but once you hit that 3-year mark and you are looking to convert into permanent residency, we can facilitate that as well with our team here. Now, what you might be thinking, what about safety and community here in Serbia? Well, crime really isn't something that's prevalent here in Serbia, not like what you would see in Western countries. You do have petty crimes here, but you don't have car thefts, you don't have break-and-enters, you don't have the murders and rapes like you see in the Western countries, and so it's a very, very safe country to live in. There are many women that we speak to that say, hey, listen, I can walk down the streets in Belgrade and Novi Sad at 10, 11, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and actually feel safe and not have to look over my shoulder, which that is something that you cannot, take for granted. And with a growing expat community in Serbia, you are going to have lots of friends that you can connect with. There's lots of Facebook groups you can go out there to and connect with people that are living in the town that you're looking to relocate to. And when it comes to locals, the Serbian people are a very warm and welcoming people, and they are eager to connect with people that are outside of Serbia. They want to learn what brought you in here, what do you know about Serbia. They want to kind of, almost wine and dine you and give you that hospitality of Serbia that Serbia is known for. And so, those are the top things that you need to look forward to when coming to Serbia. But what are some of the challenges when you're looking to move here? Now, of course, you're going to be looking at the language barrier, and so you're going to want to learn a little bit of Serbian, I would say. Especially when first get here, you're going to have a little bit of culture shock because you're not going to be able to read anything walking around or driving around for that matter. And trying to navigate around, you're going to need something. You can use Google Translate, but that's only going to get you so far. And when it comes to specific terminology, hey, it might not be the greatest thing that you want to do. And there's great people that we can connect you with that are Serbian teachers that can either do in person, online, whatever it means, whatever means that you look as a good fit for yourself. And they're very affordable. And you're going to also have to deal with some cultural differences. I know a lot of people that come in from the West, they come here and they're like, wow, we didn't expect that, or we didn't expect this, and something you're going to have to adapt with. But when you come to a country that has a lot of freedom, you have to take the good with the bad. And, I would much rather deal with the cultural differences of Serbia than I would than with the cultural differences of the West. And the final one that we have the most issues with, not we per se, but our clients that come to us, is the administrative processes. And this is one of the biggest reasons that our clients do come to us, is trying to find out the correct answers, the bureaucratic processes and guidelines that come in with purchasing a property and obtaining the proper paperwork and getting your temporary residency. That's a lot of the challenges that people do have. One of the things that, if you are looking to consider moving to Serbia in the near future, I will be leaving a link at the bottom of this video to a retiree's checklist that you can use, and that'll kind of give you a outline of what you need to prepare for when you do look to retire to Serbia. I hope that this video was of value to you, and I hope to see you on the next one.